Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and my guests are Segun Babalola and Saba Asgedom of the African Chamber of Commerce, St. Louis. And again, thank you for being here. We kind of spent that first segment talking about what the Chamber actually is and does and why it was started. But how can people get involved who might hear this and just want to know more? What can they do?
Well, they can visit our website, www.africanchamberstl.com, or they can email us at info@africanchamberstl.com, and we can send them some information. They can be updated on events that we have. We're currently looking for volunteers, interns to help out on our day-to-day stuff. So we're growing, so we do need a lot of help. So those are the main ways they can contact us if they want to help out. And we're always looking for funding, too, so we can work on more projects and expand our organization too.
That's great. And when we talk about too, I mean, obviously when we say African Chamber of Commerce St. Louis, and I know in St. Louis there is the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and people tend to think, while this is representing diversity, well, I can't be a part of it if I am not that or this, but that's not the case here. So Segun, do you want to elaborate on that?
Absolutely, it's not the case. I mean, you don't have to be African of any sort to be a member of our organization or even to be part of what we do. Really, the main objective is really what we're looking for. So if it's if you are American or Caucasian or from any part of the world, but you really want to see the growth of African immigrants here in the St. Louis region, or just even kind of help contribute to the commerce between Africa and the St. Louis region, you can definitely be part of our organization. So it's really more about what the objective is, our purpose, and so anybody is welcome to be part of that.
And just even, I think, from the social factor too, I think sometimes we sort of set up our own boundaries and we want to get to know people but don't know where to go, and this is one means to do this. When you talked about, Saba, volunteers, I mean, what would a volunteer be doing in the office, sort of helping with just day-to-day administrative tasks, or is it for events or a wide range?
Really, I mean, we need help in every aspect. So if it's someone who's really creative and they can help us with, events that we have, planning different types of events. We need help with our website. We need help maintaining our social media. Our social media. I mean, you name it, every aspect. It's really a great experience too for any intern that wants to learn how a nonprofit works, So it's a great experience.
How would you describe, I think a lot of times when we look at different cities and people say they have a strong an ethnic community of businesses, and you hear that for different cities all the time. Oh, in Miami there's this and this. How would you, if someone said to you, just sitting down, tell me about the African community here and the businesses? And you did this a bit in the first segment, but again, I wanted to expand on it. What would you say in response? It covers the gamut?
Yeah, it does cover the gamut, but really what we found out was that we do have a lot of African immigrants who come here for different purposes, but they don't stay. And so this is why this organization is really more of an economic development organization, because we do have people who come here for school, for instance. St. Louis tends to have a lot of good schools to attract a lot of immigrants coming from different parts of the world, not only Africa, here. But whether they stay and kind of contribute to growing this city is the issue. So we are trying to show that we can actually have this diversity, the true diversity that St. Louis is looking for. We have different perspectives, different business ideas, and many of these entrepreneurs, and we all know, immigrants are really big on entrepreneurship. So we do want them to stay and contribute to the economy here. So in terms of the business types, they range from different types of businesses, from restaurants to consulting and to construction. So but we're trying to grow that number, and by keeping them here and showing them that you can be part of this city as much as possible.
That's interesting. And when people have left, what was the comment about why they left?
Usually, most of the time, they always felt that this city was not inclusive enough, or there was no space for them to air their own opinions or their own creative side or their own ideas. That this city needed to kind of embrace what they had to offer as an immigrant from Africa, who's very different from what St. Louis already knows. Yes. So that's some of the biggest issues they tend to have, and so we're trying to make sure that they understand that we're here. We can actually usher you into the city. This is a great city opportunity to be in, and so you can get to meet people that they would never have met if not for somebody kind of help ushering them into that space.
Yeah.
As we all know, St. Louis is sometimes a little cliquey-ish, but when you have somebody who advocates for you, it's always a great thing. So
that is, you perfectly summarized that.
Yeah.
And best of luck with the growth. We'll have to have you back in a couple of years, even in a year, just to see how things are coming along. But congratulations on the start of this, and good luck with the coming years.
I appreciate you for having us.
Thank you. Well, there's more information there. We've got it there for you on the screen. Reach out to the African Chamber of Commerce St. Louis. You can go to AfricanChamberSTL.com or follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or look them up on LinkedIn. And again, AfricanChamberSTL.com. Well, there's more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.